This just in, home buyers need 80% more income to buy a home than 4 years ago. Look at this. According to Zillow report, home shoppers in 2024 need to make more than $106,000 to comfortably afford a home. 80% more than 4 years ago, and wages, they have not kept up at all. This is just a glimpse of how Bidenomics is working in America, something they won't be talking about on the campaign trail, of course. But we are here. Let's bring in our panel. John Tabacco, host of Wise Guys right here on Newsmax, and also she is a global business consultant. Hillary Fordwich, welcome in.
Good to be here. Thank you.
Johnny, what's happening? The American dream is deteriorating under this president. Now we see it in these numbers. They're just so depressing. Give us some glimmer of hope, please.
Well, I hate to be the Grim Reaper for you, Bianca, and I'm not quite as eloquent or educated as my friend Hillary there. But, you know, on Wise Guys, we get to hit the streets a lot. And even in minority areas where there's lower income people, they're say, well, what do you want? And they say, we want $2 gas again. We want 3% interest rates again. We want no more wars again. And regular people are getting hit across the board. You make the point with the housing now. You know, a lot of people say, I want the interest rates to go back down. But why are rates up? Because inflation's up, because of Joe Biden's war on fossil fuels. The gas that goes into the trains, planes, and automobiles is driving everything up. And the way Jerome Powell is fighting it is by raising interest rates, which are killing people. And by the way, the administration lies a lot. They give us these stats from the BLS, the Bureau of Labor and Statistics.
Yeah.
I'd say leave out the L for BS. But the truth of the matter is, a couple of months back, they said housing starts were up again, but 66% of them were multifamily homes because the builders are knowing that people are going to rent more than buy right now. So it's hitting people across the board.
That's great. And that's the wise guy take. And now we have, as you said, the eloquent Hillary's take. And you're right, not only are they renting, we also are seeing a trend about credit card debt reaching a record $1.13 trillion. People can't afford groceries. They put them on their credit card. At some point, there could be a huge default as well, Hillary, here.
Yes, you're absolutely right there, Bianca. And actually, if I might say, John was completely eloquent and totally correct. When he said the government actually, in quotes, lies to us, he's correct. Because what they quietly do is revise figures. Last month, they quietly revised down the labor statistics by 124,000. That's what they do. That's not the headline news. They do it when we think we're not listening. Now, to his other point, with regard to what the government says, Janet Yellen just yesterday admitted that when she said inflation would be transitory, she was incorrect, which is a very polite way. Now, to your point, I will say we're waiting on Tuesday for the Fed. They're going to have another meeting to decide about rates. It had been projected this year there would be 6 rate cuts. Now, no one is saying that. At the best, a rate cut in June, but it's much more likely to be 3. And actually, many are now saying not at all. And that's going to feed into your earlier point. We won't have an interest rate cut. It's going to be tougher to buy a house. And the economy, I'm so sorry, not good news, is not going to look a lot better. I would say disinflation is over.
Well, clearly that soundbite about the Yellen, now she says, I regret saying it, but they got so much play out of that, and that's the problem, and the left-wing, media goes with it. You know who's making headlines, though? The former Treasury Secretary. Steve Mnuchin is saying he's assembling a team of investors to make a bid for TikTok. We know that bill may die in the Senate, but there is a chance that it could be banned here in the U.S. Johnny, do you think he could actually assemble enough folks to buy this? And if he was to run TikTok, is that a good thing?
Yeah, well, look, a lot of people are trying to take some whacks at Donald Trump here for saying, he reversed on his ban on TikTok. Maybe because he just got his company taken away from him and hit with $450 million. He understands when a tyrannical government steals your business. So, yeah, I say Trump's onto something. I'm a free market capitalist. I say some American ownership. And it's up to the Department of Defense and cybersecurity to make sure if Americans own it, China's not meddling in it.
I'm sure there'd be a lot of people who'd be wanting to buy it. We saw what Elon did with Twitter. I'm not sure what the thoughts would be on a new buyer for TikTok. 10 seconds, Hillary. Mnuchin buying TikTok.
I would say anything better than the Chinese, Bianca. That's my summation.
There you have it. Appreciate your economic expertise on a Friday afternoon. John and Hillary, thank you. I'll see you back here soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Take good care, guys.